Hiya, I'm Meg.
And I'm Dot.
I'm Heather. Welcome to Ask the Boss. I had a plan. I had such a plan from my bartender background of what I was going to do. I went to the shop and the plan fell apart the minute I saw one thing.
Okay.
So none of you know what it is, and I want you to taste it and see if it brings back any fond memories.
Oh no.
No, you close your eyes and
Are we
all the
gonna
way down.
Smash, bang, wallop. Sorry.
Have you got long enough arms? And try not to look at it if you can.
Okay.
I can't see.
Okay, there we go.
So you got it?
Yeah.
Yep. Right.
Okay.
Eyes closed.
I'm sorry.
So scared.
Okay, try it, girls.
Okay.
Where's my mouth?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Oh,
yeah, this
yeah.
is the first thing I got drunk on, but my friend's
I thought
friend,
it might be.
she spiked it and split it half vodka and didn't tell me, so then I threw up a lot of blue at my friend's house at 9 p.m. and my dad had to come pick me up.
And that's why she's the blue one of Ask the Boss.
That's a true story.
Thank you, Heather. Love the
Nice.
WKD.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I do like having less plastic, but I was really good at straw pedos. Did you
What
guys?
is that?
You don't know what a
Oh,
straw
is
pedo
it-
is? You're too young because the straws were gone by the time you were drinking.
The straws were gone.
Oh, Heather's actually never seen a plastic
Oh,
straw before.
She's also
That's
never seen a
7.
turtle because they all went as well.
Sorry.
No, so you put the straw over the top of the bottle of WKD Smile of Ice,
Yeah.
and then because the air
it
is coming
allows
out of
the-
it, and then there's no glugging, so it just falls down your throat. And I'm sure a lot of people from home, and I know Erin Wesley at your house, I did it with a
She's looking into the
2
camera.
litre.
She's looking down the eyes.
I did it with a 2 litre bottle of Bacardi Breezer.
What?
And then I smashed it on his parents' patio floor. You just can't use a paper one, basically. They have to be, it can't squash when you fold it over.
Yeah, it's got to hold its form.
Yeah. But that was the fun little insight to my childhood there. This
Be
doesn't
like-
taste alcoholic to me.
We give it,
I
we give it to
know,
our
what the hell's that
children
about?
at night time just to get them to
Yeah,
go to
just-
sleep.
My mum used to give me Mediced and then they outlawed it because apparently it's like not good.
So, what?
Mediced like knocks kids out.
I thought you said medicine. I was
thought you
like,
said medicine. I was
"Ah."
like, have
Are
we
you okay?
uncovered something about your childhood? that
No,
we
but she
aren't unsure of?
stockpiled it for a while so that I could continue
Oh, okay.
sleeping.
I understand. On that note, please subscribe.
How is that?
Subscribe
How is
to
that
YouTube.
a segue, Meg? How is that?
Because
a
I was
segue?
like,
Meg
let's
doesn't
get
need a
away.
segue.
No segues here. I just please leave a review on Spotify. That is so helpful. And yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel and like all of our things and follow us everywhere because it means loads to us.
It does.
Just if you could only just
Please.
like everything, follow
all of
everything,
the- all of
watch
the platforms.
everything, review everything, comment on everything, that would be fantastic.
Amazing.
But also you have new hair as well.
I have somewhat new hair.
Somewhat new hair.
It did
Half
crack me
new
up.
hair.
Your little stories. So Heather posted on her story asking for like help with summing, which maybe you could talk about as well because it was actually quite good hacks that you got out of
It was
this.
such good hacks.
Really good hacks. But she had no makeup on, which is rare, especially on the internet, that you wouldn't wear any makeup with your eyeliner and stuff.
Yeah.
Her before hair, and then literally without, it was like 4 hours in between, obviously.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
if you watched them back to back, it looked like it was a continuous story. And you just did like an after where you had all your makeup on, bleach blonde hair, looking like so polar opposite to the first one. But
and
you
you-
didn't acknowledge it.
And you say for context, and you definitely think for that when you're saying for context, and you definitely think you're going to say for context about my hair.
Yeah.
Basically, you think you're going to go into it, and you're like, no, I'm going to carry on talking about the blinds.
No, it cracked me up.
It was a bit wild. Like I came out like Reno Barbie. Like I just was like,
Do you have any pictures of it?
wah. Yeah.
Well, put them on
Put
the
them
screen.
on the screen.
Like suddenly bleach blonde. We discussed like Jennifer Aniston caramel highlights, and I came out bleach blonde Barbie vibes. It was like, okay. And so we toned it down because I was panicking, and then it just went back to brown, and then I cried
Cried.
several times.
Everyone compliment Heather on her hair, please.
I don't get
Can you
sad
compliment
about
her? Because she needs it.
it. So I don't get sad about it because now it's just like
See, look, she's not
ash.
even.
It's fine, but the hacks.
Go on with the hacks.
That's
They
the
are.
most
They are
important
actually
part.
good. They are really
So
good.
my issue was that I had friends staying at the weekend. The house, our flat is finished-ish. It's livable, but there's no blinds. We're getting blinds on the 24th, but that doesn't help us right now. So I said to Instagram, does anyone have any ideas? Short of just like putting a sheet up, because how am I going to attach the sheet unless I use a nail gun, in which case I've just finished filling all the holes. I'm not trying to make any more holes. And then people said, oh, go and buy like temporary blinds from Dunelm. Like everything about this project has been extremely budget. I'm not wasting money on temporary blinds from somewhere. And it was the day before. The context that I was giving is it's today. I need it today.
These hacks need to be right now.
They need to be right now. And I was dubious as to what people would come up with. But you know what?
I can't believe it.
They
went
came
really
up
well.
with like the most genius of hacks,
It was good.
to the extent that if you wet your window, so J-cloth, wet it, wipe your window down, and then you put tin foil on your window, it just sticks.
Mad.
Like, just adheres to the wall. Same with garbage bags, but
Are you American?
bin bags.
Thank you.
People kept commenting garbage bags, and it's now like in my head. It's but because it's much thinner, the light
Okay.
comes through a lot. So if you looked at my
Ah.
window the next morning, it was like a patchwork quilt of different variations of
They
bin
probably thought it was a
bags
crack den,
double
didn't they?
layered, bin bags single layers, tin foil, bin bag masking taped. Because I was trying out all the hacks when I got home at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I was going to say that the context here is that Anya was on the bed eating her brioche bun horizontally while Heather was faffing around with the windows.
Yeah,
for
and my friend
hours.
Cara was filming the content because content comes first, regardless of the fact it was the birthday night at 3 a.m.
Yeah, follow Built in Pink to see that content one day.
Yeah, whenever I get round to it. It's gone in the bank.
So this week, we excitingly went and made some rugs. And look at it. Look what Dot did. How good is that?
I tuffed the logo. I made a Tuffy logo.
So we went out to London yesterday, kindly invited by Tufting London.
Mhm.
And we made little rugs.
I know you guys aren't here, but we will put a little photo of the three of us on the screen. But this is the one that I did for our logo.
It was incredible.
All this white outside. The white I did. I'll take full credit for that. But all the white outside, the guy did.
In about 10 minutes.
Yeah, he was so
Literally,
quick.
like,
And
he
the
did
rest of it was
so
done in
much-
3 hours.
Just for
Yeah.
context, we were gifted this, but we didn't get asked to put this on the podcast, so we are genuinely happily talking about this.
Yeah, I
just
wouldn't
love
have
it
to,
so
but
much.
I
That
did
kind of
actually
work,
want
though.
to kind of get Heather's juices flowing, if
Oh
you
yeah,
will.
I forgot about that.
I wanted to give her some quick fire questions. Just say what comes first to mind. Don't stress about what you say. It doesn't
Don't
have to.
stress.
Yeah.
Just
Is
yeah.
that possible?
Yes, darling. We're asking about you. Quick then, Heather. What was the first thing you did when you woke up this morning?
Check my phone.
Fair enough. Tea or coffee?
Neither.
Dream holiday destination?
Maldives.
Very nice. Most used emoji?
Oh, the muscle arm emoji.
Really?
Ooh.
That's bad.
Doesn't match.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Country music.
Song that never fails to lift your mood?
Anything by Lainey Wilson.
Nice. Ideal Sunday plans?
Hanging out with my sister and my family.
Oh. What's
awesome?
one thing you'd always have in your little pink pouch?
My lip gloss.
Nice. What's your go-to takeaway order?
Oh, that was my renovation pink pouch.
Yeah.
I was like, what's a pink
Sorry, I was your overalls pink pouch.
Oh, well, still probably a lip
I was
gloss.
going to say, I honestly
makes
took that
sense.
answer happily.
What was the next one?
Go-to takeaway order?
Oh, sushi.
Mm.
Nice. How do you describe what you do to someone's nan?
Me and my sister bought a flat at auction. We've been renovating it
Nice.
ourselves to save some money.
And what was your first ever job?
I had a beauty business at uni. Did
What did
eyelash
you do?
extensions
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
She's a girl of many talents. That's what we'll learn on this
for all the
episode.
girlies.
My next question is, what was your second ever job?
Hospitality of some kind, bartender.
What's the one thing that gets you out of bed when you're having a bad day?
My sister.
What is a habit or a mindset that's changed your life?
Everything happens for a reason.
If you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
Probably making videos that no one watches.
So the same thing.
Same thing, but just completely different.
I didn't even mean that in a mean way.
What's something people always get wrong about you?
They think I'm a bit of a princess and I'm not.
Tell me about a risk you're glad you took.
Oh, I'm buying a house at auction. Oh,
I wondered if that
meeting
was
up with
gonna
a girl called Dot from the internet.
So I think of your entire life where the house would be the one thing that you think that the risk that you're glad you took.
Moving to Australia.
I was going to say, because I feel like there's a lot of things
You've
that
done
you
so
did
many
that
things.
Yeah,
either worked out or maybe didn't. But
yeah. Any of the above. Many.
the biggest lesson that you've learnt the hard way.
Everything happens for a reason.
Fair enough.
Just does.
A purchase that's under £20 that you swear by.
Your lip gloss.
Pink drill.
Yeah. Pink what?
The pink drill.
Yeah, my pink drill.
That was under £20.
Well, if you divide it by the amount of stuff in the kit, it was like £25 for the whole toolkit.
Wow.
My overalls.
There you go.
My overalls. We got there in the end.
Love it.
And then finally, what's something you wish more people were honest about?
When they say, how's your day? And everyone says, good, thanks.
Mm.
When it's just not always. Like,
Thanks.
it could be, but if it was like, oh, my day was good, or like stressful, or just be honest.
Good because.
Yeah, it's just that English, like, everyone loves to be good all the time and just never get into it. Like with your good friends, do you know what I mean? You just be more honest with each other. I'm not here for the fakeness. Thank you for that.
Did that help?
I'm sweating.
I wanted to get the juices flowing.
Like I
said.
I feel like you guys talk about how
So
warm it is in
grossed
here,
out
and
by
I'm
me.
never feeling it, and I'm now sweating. So
It's all about you, baby.
okay, so I'm Heather, and I started an account called Built in Pink. I didn't actually start an account called Built in Pink. Let me take you back.
Take us back.
So me, about 4 or 5 years ago, probably like 8 years ago. When was COVID, people?
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
We're in
8 years ago.
2025.
Okay, calm down, Heather.
It's okay, breathe.
In 2020, whatever, when COVID was, my nan ordered us a dartboard.
Okay.
Very randomly. This will make sense.
Where is this going?
You'll never know. It will make sense. So my nan ordered us a dartboard. It just arrived in the post, no context. She kind of was on this like, COVID's happening, there's nothing to do, let's just shop on Amazon a lot.
Okay.
So she ordered us this dartboard thinking this will be fun, and it arrived, but none of us knew what was going on. None of us were aware that this dartboard was being delivered. It just arrived at the door. We unpackaged this dartboard, and everyone's looking at everyone else saying, why, who ordered the dartboard? Did you order a dartboard? Mum's like, I didn't order a dartboard. Why have we got a dartboard? And then we put it up nonetheless in my sister's room, and we're playing darts with it. And none of us have ever played darts before. So I was filming it. It was a funny moment. And my sister was like throwing the darts, and they were going everywhere but the dartboard. My mum had a go. It's literally like, wow.
Sounds like how I play darts, to be fair.
Just literally nowhere near the dartboard. And then my mum's partner's like, you see the board? Here, this is where you meant to aim. And then my sister throws it, and it's literally like, boing, completely nowhere near. So I edited it together, kind of focused in on the darts going wherever they went, and posted it on TikTok, and it got like 800,000 views.
Wowza.
And this was like way back in the days. So it got us like 2,000 followers or something.
Nice.
Just whatever. So that was literally it. I then started doing some like makeup videos. Nothing ever happened. The account just lay there dormant for however many years until we bought the flat, and I thought, this is pretty cool. Never had seen another renovation video in my life, so I thought I created the idea pretty much. Like, oh my God, why don't I like film this? Like, we just bought a flat and we're just gonna like this is so cool. Why don't I?
So when did you like film the first bit compared to when you, because I know that you didn't know you were going to buy a flat until the day before, on the day.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get your camera out and start recording and filming and putting on TikTok?
Just about what you just said. So the flat that we bought, I was looking on Rightmove late at night because I'm always awake at like 1 a.m.
As we know.
And I found this flat right next to my house that was really cheap. It was like 100,000, looked like it was falling apart. Fab. Called the agent up the next day. They said, sorry, that one's gone, but we do have another one if you want to blind view it later today. We blind viewed it. I said to Anya, random, do you want to come view a flat with me later? Got mum involved. Three of us went round, came out. We love it. We put in an offer.
And blind view, for anyone who doesn't know, is when you see it without seeing it on paper first.
Yeah, it hadn't been marketed on Rightmove yet. They hadn't taken photos of it. They'd just taken it on. The day before, Anya had no clue that we were going to put an offer in on a flat the next day. Neither did I. It was not a plan. It was not in our fortune, like in our future. So yeah, we viewed the flat. We offered on it. We didn't get it. Moving on, because it was going to auction, and I said, we're not in a position to win a bidding war with any developers. This is what we have. This is all we have. This is our final offer. That's it. So they then put it to auction, said, so that's fine, but we're going to take it to auction. Thanks, but no thanks. didn't receive any love at auction, so we got a call, but we'd fully said goodbye. We were like, because we loved it, so we thought it was going to get snapped up. And then week goes by, they call us back saying no one wanted it. Do you want to buy it still? And we said, yeah, cool, but seeing as no one wanted it, we're going to reduce our offer. Reduce the offer. They accepted it, and it was just like, hang on a minute. A week later, we've bought a flat. How do you get that much money out of a bank account at one time? Like, I just literally never.
No idea how it's worked. I mean, to be fair, buying a house for the first time is completely baffling. Like, no idea how it works. You're literally just like, okay, go.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
what do you do?
And there's like legal packs involved. There's a buyer's reservation or buyer's premium when you buy at auction. Ours was £6,600, which is insane. So I wouldn't buy from that auction house again.
Is that on top of the estate agent fees?
That's on top of everything, and that's like, you can't. It's not something that's like on the property price. That's just a
you won't
fee.
pay estate agent fees, will you? The seller will buy.
No. So that's instead of estate agent fees.
Okay.
So this at auction, instead of the seller paying fees to the agent, the buyer pays fees to the agent, and that's the fee. I think that gets split between the auction house, but I've seen buyers' reservation fees or buyers' premiums on other auction houses of like £1,700.
Right. So
this £6,660 is huge
for a very cheap flat as well.
For a very cheap flat.
I'm glad you reduced your offer for that reason.
Yeah, and I thought at the time, but I didn't quite process the fact that £5,000 that I reduced the offer by is negligible in terms of money that you actually feel. Do you know what I mean? That's I don't know, 20p per month on your mortgage that you're not having to pay, because we're not going to actually pay our full mortgage back. We're barely paying any of it back because we're going to sell and buy a new one.
Yeah, it's
so
true.
that 5,000 was just kind of like money we never saw that we reduced off of our bid. And then the 6,000 we had to cough up there and then. Right. So that was
the difference between them is
huge.
Yeah,
so
you weren't a full cash buyer.
No. Oh no, we put down 10%. The flat was £140,000. We put down 7,000 each. That's it. I was definitely no one's pick of who was going to purchase a property first. But also I think that I have friends that are sitting on like savings, but they haven't done anything with it because it's just a very, very scary thing to jump into.
If you're buying something that is a complete wreck, that's scary.
Yeah, and we just didn't know it was a complete wreck.
Oh, okay.
Like, as in,
I thought you did.
No, because the first one we looked at that I said, oh, that looks great, but it looks like a wreck. It's 100,000. That was the one that sold. So we went round, and it was just kind of like a bit of gaudy carpets. Like, we'll replace the kitchen, replace the carpets. And I was thinking like, oh, we'll just pull the carpets back, sand down the floorboards, repaint the walls.
Done.
Bob's your uncle. Job's a good one. Happy days. That was not the
case.
case.
Yeah.
No, that was not the case. So to answer your question earlier, I got my camera out and started filming the day we got the keys.
Oh, wow.
So it was a long process. My sister was awful.
What did she do?
Like, just uncontactable. And just for weeks. It was, I think, like the week before we were supposed to exchange and complete, or a few days before that, and she still hadn't done like a really major thing. And because I didn't know, and I'm looking to her as the expert, my mum freaked out and was like, because the other thing is, when you buy at auction, you have 56 days to exchange and complete. Otherwise, you lose the property. And when you lose the property, you lose the buyer's premium that you paid.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So we were on a 56-day deadline to exchange and complete. And as a complete newbie...
What was Anya doing?
Just chilling. No,
What
it
did
was...
she need to do? What was...
She just was in a position where I'm like, Anya, can you send me this, proof of this, proof of that? Because we put it in my name, so I had to get proof of all the money that she'd gifted me.
Yeah.
Because her part of the deposit...
Came through you. Okay.
Yeah, and the kind of like identity verification and anti-money laundering stuff, we had to do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I was very much in control of sorting it all out. But I was taking the lead from my solicitor, who wasn't really doing anything. And it got to the point at the end where my mum was like, hang on a minute, I'm so sorry, I've left you to do this by yourself.
And you don't know.
Without realising you've got no idea what you're doing. We're about to lose the house, girls. Like, you're going to lose the house because...
And the money that you put in.
And the £6,600 because...
And probably solicitor's fees as well, right?
Yeah, all of it. Because we would have had to restart the process and it would have gone back on the market. So there was this huge panic. And but the auction house, even though I wouldn't go with them because of the £6,000, they were really good, and they were...
Okay, that's good.
They had they were very understanding of my situation, and it was fine. And we exchanged and completed on the same day.
Love
It
that.
was same day exchange and completion. And a lot of people ask about, buying a house at auction. The one thing that I would do and would suggest to anyone to do is to get a mortgage in principle / decision in principle before doing it, because that sped the whole process up. We didn't have to wait on the
Lots of places make you do that first, right?
possibly, but ours definitely didn't. But our mortgage advisor was like, look, we've got this in place. And because a lot of people are cash buyers at auction, which
Right,
makes
so
it a
it's
lot
not as-
quicker.
Yeah, it's
But
not
when
as
you've got a
normal.
mortgage that that it's all riding on, that kind of elongates the process.
Yeah, and I guess the bank is just going to be as slow as the bank is, right?
Exactly. So we got the keys, and I filmed Anya, like when we went to get the keys. I've got a video of her as we leave the house with the sledgehammer over her shoulder and some goggles on, and then we hop in the car.
Ready to go.
Yeah, we hop in the car to go and get the keys. I've got a video of her like jangling the keys.
Yeah.
And then we went, and on the day, my ex-boyfriend, our best friends, Cara and Ted,
Oh,
my
yeah.
sister, my mum, my mum's partner, we all arrived. Like
That's so
Cara with
sweet.
Prosecco, Ted with nothing, everyone else with nothing.
vibes.
Ted.
But Cara had Prosecco, that was the main point, and some little plastic glasses because she thinks of everything. And we arrived with a crowbar and a sledgehammer, and that's it.
You know, I thought that you'd known Cara for ages.
Yeah.
And I met her at the weekend, and she was like, so how long have you known? Because she said she's younger than you, right? Which,
Yeah,
again, I
she's a
didn't realise.
year older than Anya.
Yeah, so she's like 22. And I was like, how long have you known Heather? I just assumed you guys went to school together or like something. You've known her for like 2 years.
But it's like the same thing I feel with you girls. Like when you meet friends in your 20s, it's a whole different kind of thing.
Yeah, you kind of, if you get on, then it's like, right, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do a podcast.
Let's just like go on holiday.
Yeah.
Like something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not me.
Only
but
mental people do that.
yeah, no, I've not quite got that far yet.
No.
Do you think you
Is
are
that why you
type
asked
A
what
or
my-
type B?
So my sister says I'm type B in the most type A way you can be, because I'm
stressed out
obsessed
type
with,
B.
I'm stressed out, obsessed with lists.
But
But-
you won't plan blinds for someone who's coming around to your
No,
birthday,
no,
which
no.
you've
And the
actually
night before a
lived.
holiday at 2 a.m, everything will be everywhere. And I'll
Sure.
be like, I'll pack that out before we leave.
Sounds about right.
Like, why would
Well,
I
you're
pack
the
any
most type
earlier
A
than that?
person I've ever met. I'm
That's
type
really
A
comfortable.
until there's a more type A person around,
And
is
I
what I've
am
established.
the type A queen.
So when I'm with Dot, I'm like,
I trump all type A's.
my brain doesn't need to
And
work right now. La, la, la,
Anya's
la.
type A in a very type B
she?
way. Like,
Oh.
she's the one that will have everything packed, she'll have everything sorted, but also because she's the little sister. Like, when it comes to like solicitors and like buying the house, I'm in charge. I'm doing
Things
everything.
that
All
matter.
my ducks are in a row all the
But her
time.
bags will be packed.
But like, it's just the weirdest mix
I would
of the
never
two
put her
of
down
us.
as type A, but I don't know her
You
that
go
well.
down to her bedroom and like it's always tidy, her stuff's always in the right place, and if I take
I'm
something,
jealous of that.
she'll be like, where did you I'm like, how did you know? How did you know? You
Oh,
just
yeah,
knew
you were
that I had
saying
it.
with the, I can't remember, they were straighteners or curlers.
Yeah.
You borrowed
The
them?
curlers that we bought years ago are still in their heatproof bag that they came in. Every time I go to get them, they're in the same place. She's curled the cord round and they've been put away. If you go into my room and if I had curlers, straighteners, which I don't because they're Anya's and I take hers, but if I had them, they would be on the floor where I use them, and that would be the spot that I sit at.
Yeah.
They'd never be put away. They just live there.
No.
Everything lives out in my room and I just pick it up and use it and put it back.
Yeah.
Whereas she's the complete opposite. She's more type A in that way. But I'm also complete stress head, lists for everything.
Mm.
Maybe we're both just normal. You
Yeah,
know?
there might just be a balance.
Maybe there's a middle
thing.
ground. Maybe we
Yeah,
don't have to be
maybe.
one or the other.
Dot does.
Dot's just type
Dot's
A.
just quietly like, I can't cope with any of that.
But like, I have travelled back and forward from Spain for like 20 years. So packing for me is like second
Travel's
nature.
not that interesting.
It literally is not a big deal.
I'm type A for everything except when it comes to eating food.
You're so rubbish at eating.
So blasé.
It pisses me off. Dot's gluten free, so she can't eat anything. And then she's like, I haven't eaten. And I'm like, well, you're going to die then. And then we go to events or something, and then you're like drinking all the Prosecco, having a great time. And then you're just like, eh. And we're like, well, all the shops are shut. Here's some Haribo.
It's
Shut
the
up.
like most important thing for you to be type A about, because you can't, like us,
yeah,
we don't
we
have
can
to
just
think
grab
about it.
some
We can eat
crisps or something.
anything.
It's fine, but you
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
And
I just
it's
forget.
bizarre.
I ate today. I actually like you guys have changed me. I like that's why I was a bit late
you know I'll
today,
shout at you.
because I was a bit like, I need to eat, otherwise Meg's gonna be very angry at me, and no one will have bought me a sandwich.
Then you'll be like, I need to go to M&S now. And you'll just be like, I'll be
It'll
back
be
in an
more
hour.
Once she arrives.
I think as well, like, I'm very type A in situations that I'm unaware of. And I'll be kind of, where are we? What's going on?
But once you're comfortable.
But then when I'm with you guys, I'm like, nah, I'll just fall asleep in the back of the car and you look after me. It's fine.
Yeah.
Which
But
is
it's
nice
like
to
when we
have, I
go to these
guess.
events in London, like I have stood there with Anya at the door being like, right, I've got my phone. What more do I need? Because Dot always has a big bag of things.
You showed
and
up
I
to
can't-
London without a bag,
Just my
without
phone
anything,
in hand.
literally your phone in your hand, and that was it. And I
What
was
more
like,
do I need?
no water
Riddle me
bottle,
that.
No, you have purse hands.
anything.
With
Yeah.
your keys on
Yeah,
one
But
finger.
she didn't have
and-
keys. Like, she literally just had her phone. That was the only thing. I've got a video of it. Because I was like, what is going... You were with Anya, though, and Anya had a bag.
She's my bag.
Yeah.
But like I have kind of bartender hands, purse hands, whatever it is. I can carry a million things in one hand.
Which makes sense if you carried a million things, but you don't. You
Just
carry
my
one
keys
thing.
and my phone. But like when I do go to and from the flat, because I've got my pink overalls,
You got your pouch.
I've got my pouch.
Mm.
So
do you
I
get
put
purse?
everything in my pouch.
Mhm.
Don't and like I will have like a drill in my
You're
pouch.
like a kangaroo.
I'm like a mama kangaroo.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, though, about your trips to and from Spain, because people don't know why you're going to and from Spain.
My dad
So what's
lives in
this all
Spain.
about?
My dad moved to Spain when I was probably like 2 years old.
Mm.
And he came back and forth for a while, but he moved away to Spain. So that's why I don't particularly I do have male influence in my life because I do have a dad and we are very close and I love my dad a lot. But because he lives in Spain, he's not like here. So every time he comes back, he makes a real effort to come and see the flat, which is huge. But and like Anya has a dad, but he moved away as well. So he lives an hour or so away or 2 hours away. He hasn't seen the flat yet, but that's another story for another time. But so that neither of us have that male influence or that dad that's kind of there with the tools.
Mm-hmm.
My mum's partner has tools, and my mum's partner is fairly good at DIY, but like he's an ex-professional cricketer. Like
Mhm.
we have in the family, we have Lieutenant Colonel in the Royal Marines, fine art valuer, and a professional cricketer.
Not very handy.
No, chiropractor in my mum.
Very handy, arguably.
Very handy.
But not in the right way.
But not in the way I need. So when we took on this project, it's always been me and Anya, kind of,
And your granny.
and Granny.
Mm.
So Mum and Granny did. I didn't know this until the renovation came up, so it wasn't even something that I like drew information from. But turns out Granny's done a fair few renos.
So wait, you didn't know that your granny had done loads of renos before you decided to buy a reno?
Yeah, no idea.
That's so cute.
Like I didn't know that
Very
that was a thing.
serendipitous.
I have young memories of my mum. My mum had bought a few buy-to-let houses and they needed a paint and they
Okay.
needed a bits and bobs.
Bit of tarting up.
My mum's done tiling. Mum's done like her fair share of DIY. There are pictures of me with like paint on my nose as a kid, painting walls. But it's not like in my living memory that we do this or that
Yeah.
I've watched it happen. The last one she did was, well, she actually got one when we got one. So that's the most recent. But before that, it was years ago. Probably going back 8, 9, 10 years.
I wonder if it's like in your subconscious though, that you're not that like you know that they'd be able to help you or anything, but you know it's not possible.
Yeah.
It's not like because you haven't got a dad who's going to be there, like what Dot's got and kind of what I've got with like my dad would come along and help out. Like you're there, like well they did it. Even if
Yeah.
it's not like right there, it's like they'll help
You
me.
also haven't necessarily, I don't want to speak for you, but you may not have also had someone telling you that you can't either.
We've always had very strong female influence in the family. And so like I was president of the Feminist Society at university. Anya is women's champion at her university.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are so good.
So we have always been fierce like fighters for
I love that.
we can do whatever we want and that's that. So we've never had any one. I've had people challenge me, yes, constantly, to be honest with you. And when I was at uni, I was put in a position where I was being challenged so constantly, and I went to protests. I stood and spoke at
What
protests.
did you do at uni?
Politics and economics. So literally,
Heather's ridiculous. Sorry, just I do that face because I'm like, Of course you did. Like, what? Like, where's this come
I
from?
think we do learn something new about you every single day, and I don't even mean that like, oh, we've only known each other for like every single day we've met you. We're like, oh, okay.
Oh, you lived in Canada for a year. Oh, you lived in Australia for a
You're
year.
an au pair,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, you're an au pair. Like,
Lash extensions. Okay.
yeah, sure, you ran that business. What? You have 7 siblings.
I
Sure.
feel like I got ants in my pants. I can't make a decision and stick to it. Like after a year of doing something, I'm like, oh, I got to do something different. But I have like moving to Australia. People used to say, I feel like moving to Australia and buying the flat are very similar things. People used to say to me, you're so brave. You just moved to Australia. I decided I wanted to go to Australia in the end of August. I was there at the beginning of September.
Wow. Shit,
I
mate.
accepted uni places for biomedical science at university.
Did you?
Yeah, and then I turned them down, booked a trip
You're
to
such a
Australia,
nerd, you know that.
and left. I am
You
a
really
nerd. I
are
did
such a
biology,
nerd.
chemistry, maths, and further maths.
I
for my
say
A
this
levels.
in a jealous way. Like, I could never have done that hard A levels. A levels killed me, and I did like much easier subjects.
And
than
I,
that.
but I did like I lived outside my teacher's door. Like my personal
okay.
tutor in chemistry, I worked like 13 hours a day.
But
I'd
the
leave.
fact that you even started those sort of subjects at A level is insane. I did maths.
Delusion.
I did maths because I got like an A star at GCSE, or an A. I don't know. I did well enough at GCSE. I was like, you know what? I'll do a hard subject. I'll do one of them that isn't like psychology, product design, and IT.
Yeah.
You know, like they are all quite different subjects. I'll do a hard one. I got to Christmas and I was like struggling so much that I said, if I get a mark in my mock, and I'm going to try, then I'll carry on. I got a U. I couldn't do it, and I'm quite good at maths. So, and you did further maths.
I did
I'm like,
further
that
maths.
is just baffling to me.
So
It's
you know
so
how you
good.
said that Heather was a little bit of a nerd, or maybe is, I don't know.
Pretty
Now
much.
Heather, I'm still waiting for you to accept my friend request on Facebook, by the way.
Oh.
And as a punishment for not
That's so
accepting
rude.
my friend request, I'm going to show.
Oh
Meg
no!
this.
What is it?
Oh wow, you've really got better
Now
at
scroll
eyeliner
up.
since then.
So I don't even know what you're looking at this point. I don't actually have the Facebook app anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I have to.
Okay, well I forgive you now.
I'd have to log on Google to find that request.
Oh no, you're so cute.
I don't know what you're looking
The first one was the funniest. I'll show you as well, Heather.
at. I would love to join
This
in.
one.
Okay, so these photos have followed me round for
It
the
looks
last.
professionally made.
You know,
It
just
was.
because you,
Yeah.
It was a
girl,
photo
you know
shoot in
that
London.
just because you delete the Facebook app doesn't mean that your Facebook is deleted, right? Like,
I
Also,
do know
she's
that.
not friends with you, and like we can see a lot.
I know. I do need to deal with
this
this.
is the little nerdy one that I think's really sweet.
Okay, everyone
Let me
has a
see that.
side
It's the side fringe.
side
Oh.
fringe photo.
Yeah,
No,
we've all
I
been
have.
there.
I am a nerd. I am a nerd at
You're a
heart.
nerd.
We love
you're-
nerds.
You're a proud nerd.
I'm a proud nerd. I love.
I mean, nerd's a compliment, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm jealous of how like smart you are. Like I could never comprehend doing that.
Yeah.
That what do you say? Biology, chemistry, maths, and further,
Further
maths.
maths.
That's like insane.
Sounds like hell.
Absolutely insane.
It was. I didn't do the best, but I was meant to do biomed, and
Yeah.
then I realised I don't want to do this. What am I doing? So I booked a flight to Australia, moved to Australia. But everyone said to me, wow, you're so brave. You're so brave. Like, you're so courageous. Like, wow, oh my God, what have you done? I was like, I just didn't even think about it until I got on the flight. And I was like, what the hell am I actually doing? And then cried the whole way there.
That's not type A.
Because I was just like,
No.
yeah, this sounds great. Like, you kind of get in your
What
head,
did
like,
you do over there?
I was a nanny. I was an au pair.
okay.
I had never met the family, never FaceTimed them. We'd just spoken on Facebook, or there's a site called Au Pair World that you can use to find families. It's like Match.com for families.
Okay.
Didn't occur to me to FaceTime them. Didn't occur to me to like check them out any more than just a few messages. And I got my visa sorted. It's very easy to go over there.
Have you heard of this thing? It's quite revolutionary called like stranger danger.
Apparently not.
24-hour flight away from your family and friends, and you.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean when people said, "Oh, that's a really brave thing to do." No, it was pure stupidity. So I come back to buying a flat at auction, pure stupidity. I didn't think it through. I've
I
never
don't
thought
think-
something through in my
naivety,
life.
Maybe I don't think stupidity is fair
What?
on
What?
yourself.
What did you say?
Naivety is probably more
Naivety, yeah, and a bit of stupidity. Like, if I'd thought it through and really thought what was going to happen, I get so caught up in the excitement and the
Okay.
this and the that. Like, if someone said, "Oh, can you fit in doing this, this, and this in the same day?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely," because I don't think about the fact
And
I
we
have to
s-
drive there.
And we saw that yesterday.
Yeah, I literally was booked in at the cinema about 10 minutes before I dropped Dot off home. I was straight off back to
I
the
didn't
cinema.
realise it was a 3-hour film.
I know, I got home at like 1 a.m.
We went to this tufting workshop, which bear in mind took 3.5 hours in London. It takes us 3 hours to get to and from London. We get back. Dot's booking the cinema on her phone for 9 o'clock. You were dropping me off at 10 to 9. You still had to drop Dot off.
Yeah.
Now,
And then
luckily
you
it
sat in the
takes
cinema for 3
25 minutes
hours.
for the
Takes 25 minutes
trailers
from
to go.
when the film
Yeah.
says it's on to when the trailers finish. So I knew I had to get there by 9:25. We got there about 9:23. Sat down, film started.
At least you didn't have to watch the trailers.
Yeah, but
I mean,
I have
sounds like
already
you
seen the
timed
film.
that perfectly.
You
Yeah.
did well.
That's the thing. It's all about small margins. I'm just like making it from
makes
one
me
thing
so
to
stressed.
the other.
And there's me
Barely.
like running like at the train station, like, come on.
I know, and don't
gonna
think
be
I'm
late.
not stressed. I'm extremely stressed, verging on breakdown most of the time. But I just like can't say no,
You
really.
don't show it until we get there, and then you're there really quiet.
When we
like,
went
I'm
and
like-
when we went and got you lunch, Meg was like, "Oh, I think Heather's having a breakdown." And I was like, "No, she started having a breakdown early. This is a very slow burn."
This is a slow one. No, if there's like more than one thing happening at the same time, there was the tufting guns going on,
Sensory, yeah.
and it was
very
warm.
They were
Yeah.
loud.
So I was getting warm,
It was also
and I was
humid
getting
'cause
itchy.
it was like rainy. And...
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like there was so many things they told us to remember, and there was like the thing that
The hook.
the hook, and there was the bit of yarn that was attaching it. It kept falling, and it was just like, okay, in a minute.
Your eye just twitched. I
In
physically
a
saw
minute,
your eye twitch.
Yeah, I was so ready for her just to storm out, and I was like, "Look, we don't have to do the rug if you don't want to.
You were like, you can stop now.
You can stop before you've even started."
Yeah, I just can't handle many things at once. Like the overstimulation is real. And then and it's my mum, I have a big family. My mum might be talking to my sister, my stepdad might be talking to my brother, and I literally will be like, everyone needs to shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I need to leave.
Go sit in a quiet room.
Yeah, I
and
need to
breathe.
rock in a quiet room.
She really does need those little earplugs.
I
Yeah, the
need
little
earplugs. I need
I
ear
don't have them on me
defenders.
either. Yeah, so I've got them, and me and my friend Kez were both in a cafe up there that's really echoey, and it was loads of people in there like chatting away, and we literally couldn't like hear each other, and we both at like the same time went into our bag and got our earplugs out, and we could hear each other more. Like
Yeah.
it just dulls the background, and it's
Yeah.
genuinely great because it's not like, oh, I must have music on or I need to be in silence. It's like I can still, like the tufting gun thing would
Yeah.
have been drowned out a
It
little
would have been
bit.
drowned out, but you would have still been able to hear us, and you would have been able. If
Yeah.
someone was behind
Yeah.
you, you'd know about it, so you don't lose full sensitivity.
Yeah, you don't lose the full like effect of the world around you. You can like
Yeah.
breathe. So
I
I, do
feel
think
like I
do
do
think
need
it's-
them.
I think it's worth you
I feel
trying
like
them
it
out.
would help me get through my day without happening what happened.
Well, food also helps, right?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people would actually really like to know why you are called Built in Pink.
I spent a while going around with that name because I started posting under Heather Louise, and it was only
And that was your TikTok account, the original one.
that was my original TikTok account. It was only when I met you guys and joined Instagram that I thought, actually, I
Is
should.
that what actually happened?
Yeah.
I didn't realise that you didn't have Built in Pink on your TikTok when I saw you.
Once again, I
No.
am taking full credit for
It's always Dot.
Heather.
It's always Dot. That's like the kind of thing my dad would say. Anything I do, he's like, "Well, I did birth you," so it's kind of it is back to me, really.
Yeah, always
That's very
my thing.
impressive that your father birthed you.
I know.
Look at that, not having male influence.
For
yeah,
God's
no,
sake.
not quite. But
So you changed
Yeah,
to Built in
the bits, yeah.
Pink. You changed to Built in Pink when you made Instagram.
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
contacted her, she was Heather Louise.
Really?
sorry, you. No, it just cracked me up because she asked me a question. You were like, "No."
I will talk for her.
I am her mother.
Yeah, I was Heather Louise when I met both of you.
I didn't realise
But
that.
because you both said you need to join Instagram, and I was so anti-Instagram,
And anti-TikTok because you couldn't get on the creator phone.
I hated all
Yeah.
of it. And I was ready to throw in the towel. And then it was only when I joined Instagram that I was like, oh, I should probably have something across the both.
Yeah.
Like Heather Louise doesn't quite cut it
Remember
anymore.
we had this conversation at dinner. Probably you'd had your carafe of wine by then.
I'd already
and-
had half a bottle of rosé at this point.
And we were talking because you were like, oh, I really want it to be like a street full of pink doors. I want it to be a
I remember
pink street. I
this.
want it to be like me, my sister, my brother. We
Did
all
we
have
come
pink
up with Built in
tools.
Pink?
No,
I was
we
gonna
actually
say,
never
I
came
didn't
up with
think
it.
so. I can't
But
take credit for
I
that.
remember sending Heather like a bunch of like Chatty GPT helped me write a bunch of options for
Yeah.
you, and then she chose the one that wasn't on my list.
Obviously.
Yeah, it was like, because you kind of start with like, a lot of people think about their street name or renovating number something or
Mhm.
like, Heather renovates. Do you know what I mean? Like
Heather's
you
house.
kind of, Heather's house. You kind of come up with those
Which would be
kinds of
cute.
things.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to be, I just wanted it to be so soul focused on pink. Like weirdly enough, pink's never really been like not many of my clothes are pink. Pink doesn't suit my skin tone, but I love.
Sit there with pink all over you, looking great.
Also, just very quickly to sidetrack, Meg absolutely loves the colour contrast test. Winter,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
summer,
Anya loves
spring.
that.
I am.
So I feel like we need to do that. I need to do it. You've been guessing.
I think you're a winter.
But we need to be.
I don't know what you are.
I don't know what they
We'll find
are,
out
but
we'll
Anya
find out
would
what
know.
type of pink will suit her the best.
I think you're a spring. I'm a summer.
I don't know what they are. I
think
just
I'm
know
winter.
light colours wash me out, and pink is quite a light colour unless it's like a dark pink. So,
Maybe you're summer.
hello.
Trying to see what that looks like against.
You wear a lot of light pink.
I have one light pink top. I am wearing the closest thing
like
to
a
pink I
yellow.
have after my pink top from last week.
Anyway, you love
But
pink, or you don't love pink.
No, I just
Wear
wanted
that
it to
pink.
be super focused on being super feminine.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we're in an industry which is very male heavy, and I didn't want to have to squeeze to fit in
Yeah.
that industry.
But you went for the pink overalls before you decided to make it pink branded. And
Yeah.
You had the pink drill.
It all spiraled from, I got the overalls, I was like, I want these pink, I want it to stand out, I want it to be super
Wasn't
feminine.
it inspired by Dot?
Yeah, because she was, I'd seen
Every
the
time.
video of her talking about branding.
I saw it too, to be fair. I nearly bought overalls and dyed them.
Yeah, and I
didn't.
was like, I just want it to be that when I come up on someone's For You page, it's pink. And they might not know me, they might not know my story, but they know the pink thing.
Pink overalls.
Yeah, so the pink overalls already happened. Then I wanted to get a pink toolkit. And it was also just about like, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it my way. Like, I'm not going to sacrifice not having my nails or like not
I mean, your nails held on.
hold on really well. I just want to do it the way I want to do it. I don't want to squeeze to fit in this mold of male construction DIY vibes. Like, it's just, I want it to be something that's so female focused that women can see so clearly that this is it.
A
This
safe
is
space.
a safe space. Yeah, it's a super safe space
It's
for
not
women.
a woman using a man's tools.
No, not at all.
This is
Like-
me doing my thing, and you're welcome to do it too.
Yeah, exactly. And like, also take it to the like furthest point of what you think, that what I said earlier about not wanting to be called a princess. Like, a friend's mum once said that she doesn't think her son would ever date me because I'm so high maintenance. And
What was she referring to in the high
not a clue. Probably the fact that if you like to look at me, I wear makeup. Does that mean I'm high maintenance? I get my nails done once every 9 to 10 weeks.
Can't believe it lasts
I've
that long.
never
It's
been-
actually insane. Mine lasted like 2 weeks, and I was like, they're falling off.
Yeah. I've never had my hair done in a salon until last week. I have my hair cut once every 2 years, maybe.
You just look so great that people think you spend so much time on it.
But it's just a female thing. Like, people just like, she's probably really high maintenance. It's just,
Yeah.
I'm actually not. I am not worried to get my hands dirty, to pick up a power tool, to just give it a go, even though I have no idea what I'm doing. So I wanted it to be that epitome of the high maintenance thing, the princess thing that everyone thinks I am, which I'm not. I was a scout growing up, the only girl in the scouts.
Same.
Yeah, like survival
So great.
camp, happy to be out in the rain, camping, hiking with my Lieutenant Colonel stepfather.
Right.
I've not been brought up in a high maintenance vibe. So I just wanted it to be like, look, you can see I'm in pink using pink tools. Everything is the
But
way
I'm
it
still
is,
doing it.
but I'm still doing it. And you can do it however you want to do it. You don't have to do it.
Yeah, like
You don't have to do it any specific
that's so
way.
like Gen Z.
So I am Gen Z, will die on that hill. I actually am.
You are.
Can't tell me otherwise. I
You
am. But Anya treats me like a millennial. And then Hal is even further there. But I think Anya and I, in terms of like pop culture, very much feel more Gen Z than Hal. Because we
Oh.
will watch
And
and,
who's Hal?
giggle.
Who's
Hal is my brother.
Mhm.
So Anya is my sister,
Yeah.
who we bought the flat together. And I quite begrudgingly, she came along kicking and screaming a little bit. No, she didn't. She
Anya's being pulled through the fucking mud in this episode.
no. Anya will say it herself.
Okay.
Like, I thought she was way more into it than she was because I was blinded by my own exuberance for this project.
Sure.
And Anya had her reservations from the beginning that I pretty much ignored and was just like,
Don't
just
care, I'm
do
doing
this,
it.
please.
Like the moving to Australia and just being an
Yeah,
au pair in a
like,
stranger danger situation.
Just let's just do it. Why not? It's
So
fine.
she was carefully packing her bags.
And she
being
was like, Heather, I
"Mm."
do full-time uni. Do you not realise? I was like, yeah, I also did full-time uni and never went.
You guys had completely different perspectives on what full-time uni meant.
Yeah, she does
Yeah.
medicine. She doesn't do medicine. She does medical field. She's a chiropractor. She has to know her stuff. And she does know her stuff. And she's incredibly studious. And she's...
I was going to say incredibly stupid then.
No,
I was
she's
like,
incredibly
"That's so
studious.
mean."
Like, type A, type B. She is revising, getting it done.
Yeah.
Whereas at uni, I was very much night before kind of vibes. It'll be
Yeah.
fine. Blind confidence. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the end. But she has to know, because if she doesn't, it can have real life consequences. And she knows that. So she very much was like, I am doing full-time uni. Since when do I have the time to take on a full renovation?
And it's not just like full-time uni. It's also, I'm doing full-time uni to then go and hopefully do a full-time job. That's something
There's
that's
no
a
space
career
for
that
this.
she'd
Yeah, no.
like to go and do.
Yeah.
And you've gone, I like to be busy, so
Shall we just
go and be
take on
busy
a house?
together.
How many jobs did you have when you first?
So I started with one, but then ended up picking up two more, plus obviously all the social media. So at the height of the renovation, when I was renovating pretty much 3-4 days a week, I was also working 3 part-time jobs and filming, editing, posting,
Every day.
and
When
pitching.
we met her,
3
she was
jobs.
doing 3 jobs.
I was
'Cause I
working
went
3
through
jobs.
every single one with you.
So Anya,
Thank you.
full-time uni.
Mhm.
I was working 3 jobs,
Mhm.
doing all the social media. The social media's always been my push.
Mhm.
She is in it, but I got her to do one voiceover at the very
remember.
beginning, and that started and ended there. And then I like,
Bless
if I
her.
get a like or a comment from her, I'm buzzing. I'm like, wow, Anya's watched the video I've posted, because it's
She's the main character and she's like,
scroll.
Yeah.
I will watch her like watch the first 10 seconds and scroll, and I'm like, how can I convince
That's
our
literally
audience to
you.
care if you don't? But
She
yeah,
lived it. She lived it.
you're in the video. She's like, yeah, I've already done that. I was there, Heather. Why do I need to watch it again?
With this podcast, because I know the answer for me, but do you reckon you're gonna listen back to these?
100%.
Yeah?
100%.
Do you listen to your own voice?
I listened to half of the first, so I haven't listened to the others.
Yeah.
But it's nice to
I
see
want
how
to.
Frank edits it together. I want to see how it comes out.
I do, and I was like, I trust. After the first half an hour, I wanted to watch the whole thing, but then we were making dinner and we got distracted, and I just didn't.
But I like to listen to something while I'm doing a lot. Like I listen to a lot of
Yeah, you
audiobooks.
do.
So instead of listening to my audiobook while I'm pottering
You'll listen to
around,
yourself.
I'll
Listen
listen
to
to us. Yourself, ourselves. Thank you.
Well, this episode, you're going to be listening to yourself.
Maybe I
For
just
the
won't listen.
right reasons.
Yeah, Anya still hasn't listened to the first episode, so
Come on, Anya.
She needs to. She hasn't been here. She hasn't lived this. She has no excuse.
she's not been to the
Anya.
studio.
Watch this one. All right.
I'm going to tell her that she's been called out. Anya, watch this.
Anya, go to bed.
So Anya has been involved since the start.
Yeah.
And then my other brother, Hal,
Yeah.
wanted to get in on the action. And he / was dragged round begrudgingly by my mum because we couldn't lift something.
Right.
Is that what it started?
That's why it started. It was a
Oh.
bath that we had pulled all the tiles away from the wall. We thought we'd kind of freed it from its hold and we couldn't get it out. So we asked Hal to come round and he just literally was like, and it just came out. I think we did the heavy lifting and he just did the last bit.
Like
you know?
opening the bottle
Like
and then
opening a jar.
Mhm.
I mean, they have to be useful in some way.
I know.
That's
But
how I feel about stuff.
they got to do something. But he was not very present and then that happened. And I think because my motivation for doing the whole thing is financial, I'm not a DIY lover to my core, never thought about it, never put up a shelf, never done anything before ever. I want to work for myself. I want to own property. I want to make money. I want to be successful. That's what I want to do. This is the way I could see it happening. I saw an opportunity nearly a year ago in a property that I thought had a lot of potential. Like, because I thought, oh my God, this should, because I was an estate agent at the time, we'd sold a flat around the corner for 250, which is 110 more than what we bought this one for. So I was like, wow, for only just a new carpet and some new wallpaper, that's a huge margin. Let's buy it. Obviously, I was completely deluded, but I saw an opportunity, dragged Anya into it. And then, but it's always been about money for me. It's been about making my way in life. A lot of my friends have careers. I'm a barista and with part-time jobs, like this is what I want to do.
But I believe now it's a family affair.
It's now a family affair because Hal wants a little piece of the pie. He was seeing like, actually his ears were pricking in these conversations of like,
and he's 19.
So
he's 19. Isn't
he's
he?
19 and he's the same as me. Anya's followed in
Okay.
mum's footsteps. Hal and I can't hold down a job. Like obviously we can, but like we want to work for ourselves. We want to be independent. My grandma has said the same thing about both of us, that they're probably not going to end up working for someone. Don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to be fine.
They'll
but they're
find
going to work for
something.
themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so Hal, after maybe 4 or 5 months of us having the project, was like, he was saving up money to go to Thailand, and he said, actually, I would like to invest the money with you guys in your next project. So it will go from
Nice. I love that.
sisters flipping houses in our 20s to siblings flipping houses in our 20s, because it's all three of us. Anya will probably take a bit of a step back because the more time goes on, the more serious her degree gets and the more she has to focus. And also I don't want to put that kind of pressure on her that we have had on her over the last year that she didn't necessarily sign up for. But
Yeah.
Hal is ready to pick up the slack. He's raring to go.
And how are the followers going to take that?
I am excited to have to work less hard on our content because it'll make itself.
Everyone loves him.
Everyone really likes Hal in the comments.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, go to one of Heather's TikToks, I think it is, and
It's
just
like
go to the comments. You'll pass the Sunday.
And I resent it so much that I am there like proper ethos, mission, vision, values around my brand. Like, I'm a woman, I'm doing it, da, da, da. I'm going to try and show women what they can do. 10 views. And then Hal comes in, picks up a bit of concrete, and it's 1 million views. And I'm like,
all the girls like, love him, more of him, love him.
It's not just the girls.
No, it's not just the girls.
It's not just the girls.
The girls and the guys.
The girls and the gays.
Yeah.
But I really, but you know what? At a certain point, you just have to give into it. And you just have to be okay with it.
Sometimes
you've got to lean into it sometimes. And I do lean into it probably once every few months. Because other than that, I steadfast stand on the hill. I am doing the work. And I do. Like when Hal and I do work together, he's come round a handful of times over the last 8 months. And he very much takes direction from me. I explain how to use everything. But I don't want anything to get twisted when he comes in on the project next time. That will still be the case.
Yeah. You'll be running the show and he'll be helping you out.
And he'll be helping us out. And I'm very interested to see how much we get in terms of people speaking to Hal and how much we get
compared to what
I've had this time, because I don't have a man on site.
Yeah,
there is no man on site to speak to over me, but I have this feeling that we're going to start to get it the same way that you have it.
One of those hard hats, and he can just be like, ask Heather.
Yeah.
And you need the boss on your one.
Because we went to view a house recently, and it was quite funny. The lady on the phone heard my voice sounding quite young, and she was like, this is like a really, really big project. Like, it needs work doing to it. And I was like, yeah, no, I get that. It looks like it. And she was like, do you have property? I was like, we own somewhere, we have to sell, so we're not in a proceedable position at the moment. And she's like, okay, and just to confirm, you know that it needs work? I'm like, yes, I know it needs work. So she clearly was like, who is this child calling up? Why is she trying to buy a house? And then, to make matters worse, Anya, Hal and I showed up. Hal and Anya in their jorts and Crocs. And like,
again, just to clarify, you are the oldest out of your brothers and sisters.
Yeah. I am the oldest. Anya's 21. Hal's 19.
Jorts and Crocs.
Jorts and Crocs. And like, just looking around, and they're probably thinking, like, who let their children loose?
Wow.
Why are these kids
you say about the
looking
Crocs though. Miles showed up at the building site the other day wearing his Birkenstocks, and the builder literally was talking to 2 other people and just stared at his shoes. It was like, what are you doing here? Where's Meg?
Where's Meg with her safety hat and her safety boots?
Yeah,
and
my steel toe caps and my goggles.
There's going to be like posters around, like, owner of this man, he's been seen loose with his Birkenstocks on
do
site.
not let him in.
Yeah.
Lock him out.
Yeah.
Barred from the house.
I love it.
Yeah, it was just we didn't look like we were meant to be there. But I just don't think we are going to look like we're meant to be there for a few years.
That's okay.
And that's part of
you
the
don't need
point.
to look like you need to be there. You need to be able to be there.
Yeah.
And I think, other people's prejudices need to
Yeah, they're
fuck
the problem,
off.
not you.
So, all in all, we've got Reno Granny, who has done her fair share of renos in the past. We've got my mum, who's done a few Airbnbs,
Mm-hmm.
not Airbnbs, but buy-to-lets, and has a little bit of knowledge to impart. She showed me how to do all the tiling, for example, and she does know how to do a lot of stuff. We've got Hal, who's got the muscle, but no idea. We've got Anya, who is at one point will just be money.
And at one point when you hurt your back, she can sort you out.
She can sort us out.
That's true. Yeah, you can get
very
massages
jealous
and
about that right
stretched
now.
out and clicked.
Yeah, and Anya, to give her due for how full on her course is, she has given every second that she can.
Yeah, she came when we did skirting.
Yeah,
She did.
and she loved it. She absolutely loved
Did
it, and
she?
she was like, "Dot taught me so much."
I was trying not to be patronising, and that's not because of her. That is just me in general, just trying not to be
The
patronising.
amount of comments I got about you guys having your hair down.
I really,
I get that a lot.
Because
Health and safety.
I did a degree in this, and we have had it drilled in this. I had a degree where we were using power tools, and the amount of stuff that was drilled into us, no pun intended, of like your hair will get caught in this and you will die, is like a lot, and like your hair's there like over the over the saw.
I know
And, like,
it is pretty long. Like it does
killed me.
It does go out.
I did notice it in real life though, but then looking back at the videos, I was like,
I do get that comment every now and again, like the health and safety thing, because we obviously went into this with absolutely no idea what we're doing. We had a sledgehammer and a crowbar, and if you look at our early videos, we use those same tools for pretty much everything. Like I don't know what other tools we'd even need, but when you look at people and they've got that multi-tool that just gets tiles off and stuff, and we would just by hand like smashing stuff and using the crowbar again and again and again, and it was just like, because we've got nothing else, we're literally just gone into this with no idea.
Yeah.
But
so what happened with your, I remember this now from you saying that, made me think back to your original videos. What happened with your extension? Because that was before my time.
Yeah, before your time.
Before my time.
So when we bought the house, obviously I was completely way off base with what needed doing, and then we did do the one thing we did do was we got a surveyor to come around and look, and he came really recommended because I was an estate agent. That's who we recommended to our people, clients, whatever you call them. And he basically, we knew that we were worried about what we were gonna uncover, but he came round, he did us a survey, he picked up that the roof needed doing, the gutters needed replacing, downpipes needed doing, but he also picked up that the lean-to extension on the back of the house was a single skin wall, and so would need to be knocked down and rebuilt. We've had people pick me up on this since, being like, why did it need to be knocked down and rebuilt? But I think the idea is that it's just, you're losing so much heat from the house, your EPC rating is incredibly compromised by that one fact.
So it's not like, it wouldn't have been an absolute you must do this, but it was like, you really should.
You really should, especially in the position that we want to flip it.
Yeah.
If we were selling it, it wouldn't be marketable as an investment property because the EPC rating was way too low. So if you were living in it, you would have been able to kind of make do until you could afford to do the extension. But it was a huge thing for us to get it done. So we knew that based on his advice, we needed to knock down this lean-to extension. So there was the kitchen, and then there was the bathroom, and it was a pitched roof, and it was just this tiny, weeny little 1 meter by 3 meters, or 2 meters by 3 meters, something like that, little extension. So I spoke to builders, we got it sorted, and then one day I arrived with my ex-boyfriend at the time, who was studying surveying at uni.
Oh, that's
Helpful.
handy.
Yeah.
Helpful. Too little too late though, because I came onto site and we both stood there and picked it up at a similar time, saying, hang on a minute, that wall that's not a cavity wall, which is why we've knocked this down, and to the tune of about 20 grand, is actually a cavity wall. So we didn't need to do it in the first place. And I absolutely broke down.
So it cost you 20 grand to do something that you didn't even need to do in the first place.
Yeah. £20,000 down the drain, just like that.
Oh my God.
That's awful.
We're in a position, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trusting the opinions of professionals.
I think that's very normal. I think if you go and buy a house, you are asked to get a survey not because you don't believe that the surveyor's going to lie to you, but because you think that, the person who's selling the house might, not tell you about some damp issues.
Or they don't know. Like
Or they don't know because they're not there.
Yeah.
But like the surveyor's meant to be there to really give you the upper hand in that situation, not to lose £20,000.
Yeah, and we saw this fact that it's a cavity wall, and I kind of called the builder and was like, so it's a cavity wall. And because a lot of people were like, oh, but what about your builder? And it's not his fault at all, because he was instructed to do a job. He did the job. It's not his responsibility to think about why I instructed him to do the job. It had been mentioned in a passing comment, but he delegated that to his brickies who did that job.
I guess in hindsight, maybe if you've got something, I mean, why would you be unsure that it wasn't what it said it was, though?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You'd never think that. It'd only be luck if you happened to be on site.
It was actually funny, because now I think about it, before we knocked it down and I brought my ex-boyfriend round, he was explaining to me the difference between a cavity wall and a single skin wall. And he was like, with a cavity wall, the bricks are laid out like this. And it was something to do with like the end of the brick is not facing you or is facing you. Okay. And he was like, so look at these bricks. And he was like, oh, that's so weird. Those bricks don't look like the bricks of a single skin wall. They look like the bricks of a cavity wall. Maybe I need to go back and look at that. Because he was so sure that of the way that, because he believed the surveyor. He's in his first year of surveying at uni, and was just like, oh, so weird. And it was only when we then came back weeks later and realised that it was in fact not what it was said.
You actually nearly could have caught it.
And we could have caught it.
Oh.
And you're saying that a first year student of surveying knew more than a surveyor.
It picked it up. And then, so I did post it online because I was like beside myself and didn't really know what to do about it. And a lot of people online said, oh, they are protected by like the RICS, like they're protected by institution. Okay. So if you sued them, because I was like, he's a guy with a family, like I don't want to sue him, but I have just lost out on £20,000 that I don't really have to do this. And it turned out that he had said it to me verbally. He had he sent me like a 70-page report or something, and I'd called him and said, can you give me the Cliff Notes version over the phone? Because I am not a surveyor. I don't know can you kind of red light, green light this?
Yeah, what's really important
that I need to know, and what's not. And this comes into it with not really having that maybe like construction in the family, support of anyone else giving it a look over for me. So he gave me the Cliff Notes version, and the main point was, your extension is a single skin extension, so that will need to be knocked down and rebuilt. And that was like the biggest cost. And then obviously it turned out it wasn't even a thing.
So I guess he'd written that in his report, but he hadn't said it was necessary.
No, he didn't write it in the report. He said it to me over the phone, which makes me think maybe he got me confused with someone else.
Oh, wow. So that would make more sense as to why it's obvious it was a cavity wall on site.
And if a first year student could easily work that out from the exterior, like just by like flippantly talking about it.
And so I also couldn't hold him accountable to it because there was no paper trail of him ever saying it.
No, of course.
I just know that he said it, because also, why would I have come up with that when I didn't even know what those words meant before he said them? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I came to that conclusion because I didn't know what cavity wall was.
What a nightmare.
That's a big example of why I should get everything in writing.
Why I need to get everything in writing.
Everything that you do.
And people commented on my video saying, oh, you should have got a second opinion. How many second opinions are you supposed to get?
No, you're not meant to get 2 surveys. Like, they cost enough anyway. You don't need to get 2 of them.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing. The extension looks great because we went for a flat roof. We added a meter in the process. I was like, if I'm having to knock down something existing and rebuild it in situ, then
it does look great.
I may as well add an extra meter and really make it into a thing.
And you were able to make 2 beds. It was 1 bed because the family space, the living space was one of the bedrooms. And now because you've done the extension, that is now the family space. You've got a whole sofa in there, you got TV in there and all that.
It definitely was for the best. But when I found out, I was like,
you didn't need to.
I was proper upset about it.
But you're not going to make that same mistake twice. And this is what's going to make you a brilliant property developer. You're not doing this once. I'm sure you wish you were, but you're not doing this once. You're going to do this loads of times, and it's gonna be one of those things. Like, I'm so glad that you made this mistake, and I know this is awful to say, but I'm so glad you made this mistake now. Than maybe when that extension was actually going to cost you 50,
imagine it was £100,000 mistake.
Yeah,
ours only cost us 20,000. But
and
you know what?
It will make that back.
Yeah, and we will get that back in the resale.
Yeah, of course.
But my little emotional brain just crumpled at that moment when I realised that.
Any of us would, to be honest, if you've accidentally spent 20 grand when you didn't need to, I think you might be a bit pissed off.
Yeah, no, it was
a little bit miffed.
And then, so in quite quick succession, we realised just before that we also had asbestos in the house.
Classic.
Because we had our plumber was basically going to take out. I say this as if I know what it is. I've just copied it from my mum. I hope she knows what she's talking about. An old coke stove boiler from the 1920s is what we found in the property.
Okay.
I don't know how anyone could have lived in this house before us, because there was a hot water tank and a coke stove boiler from the 20s. I don't know how anyone can function with that.
Well,
but
they didn't, did they? It was empty, right?
it was vacant, but there are posts, and apparently he had tenants.
Oh.
So it was just like some super dodgy, like,
Oh.
these people shouldn't have been living in this place because it was not safe, really.
Yeah.
Also, the electrician was like, those plugs aren't safe. We need to do a rewire.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
And and just again, to kind of spin it positively, do you remember what that looked like and what that was?
So I can pick it up next time. The rewire, no, because in any property, I don't know how, unless you're an electrician, you can tell if it needs a rewire.
I think a good sign is, if I don't know if yours were, that if all the plug sockets are old, doesn't mean it's like, it's not fail safe, because people may have to change the plug sockets on the front. But like a lot of the properties that we saw that were like a bit crap, our one obviously needed it, but like we saw a few that they were like, oh, it's fine, yeah, lick of paint, and then you see like plug sockets in the skirting boards, you see plug sockets that are like
if you
yellow.
see those round ones that have no like on off switch, they're really old. We have a few in our house, but they were just, someone was very lazy and left them in, so actually it had a rewire. Also, you can have, it is different, but you are meant to have your electrics tested every 10 years.
Yeah.
And you can ask when the last time they were tested was.
Yeah, because just because it's old doesn't mean it needs doing. But I would say like the old plug sockets, the old switches,
is a telltale
And
sign.
telltale sign.
That's another thing that, like, someone can come and be like, yeah, this place needs a rewire. And you're like,
And that is where a second
okay.
opinion does. That is where
Yeah.
you do get a
yeah,
second opinion.
because
You get
otherwise, how
multiple
are you going to
quotes.
know?
Yeah.
And I was worried that was going to happen. I'm very lucky that because of my family friend Louis, who's a roofer, suggested me to the other person called Louis, who's a builder, who then brought in
The electrician who's called Louis.
the electrician who's called JJ.
Okay, we're good. We got out of
So the Louis ended there, and then etc, etc, etc. So like they all were friends of friends, and to be fair to them all, I never doubted their opinion in terms of the fact that they were ripping me off. I never felt like because they walked on site and there was a young
Which
woman
is
there, they're like, yeah, this whole place needs to be knocked down and redone. Yeah, sounds about right.
Well, you're so grateful for that you're hosting a party for them, aren't you?
I'm gonna host a party for all
you
of
and your
them.
barbecue.
Yeah, I just want the fence up. And once that's finally happened,
Final hurdle.
once that's finally happened, I'll tell you all about it. But once that's finally happened, I'll also have a little barbecue. And I also want to do a little TikTok that's like the project manager, and it's me, and it's like the builders, and it's them, and then it'll be like the besties, it's like you two, like that kind of vibe. But yeah,
She's got her priorities straight.
Yeah.
Food, booze, and a TikTok.
and a TikTok.
I'm genuinely so excited for that. I'm really excited to meet everyone who did your project, but also I want to see the fence up. That's the main thing.
I think we all want to see that fence up.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
Love it. Yes.
What are we doing today, Meg? What are you going to talk about? What's the question? Oh God, she's laughing.
Whoa, wow.
I didn't realise who it was from. So my best friend, maid of honour, Becca Yee, full naming her. Well, I'm not full naming her. She's got like 6 names, but right. What tool brands would you boycott because of their gross pink washing marketing schemes?
I wish I knew something on the subject, because if I knew something on the subject, I'd never shut up about it.
Okay.
But like, I didn't know a single tool brand before 6 months ago.
Right.
Like all of our tools are a certain brand because they've gifted them to us, but that's it. I don't know anything about any other brands.
The tool brands that I've been really liking at the moment are the ones that are like clearly labeled DIY friendly. And that's because, at least I think only about now I'd feel confident with tools like from a more trade perspective, but that's after what, like 2 years of doing them on my own, and then obviously years of experience before that. I really like the DIY stuff because you're kind of like, well, look, it's made to be easy. It's not made to be too complicated, and it's made so that anyone can have a go. And
you
I'm
don't need
anyone.
all the frills.
You don't need all the frills, and you're not going to be spending extra. You know, because I'm not going to be using it it's not my day job, so I'm not going to be using it necessarily every single day for the same.
It doesn't need to last in the same way.
Exactly. Right. However, I do know there are a few brands who obviously, they absolutely they lean into the DIY. We love that, But there are a few brands that are like, nah, we ain't for DIYers. And they sort of do it kind of to make the people who do buy them, who aren't DIYers, feel more special.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Like
I
they got the
understand
real
that.
deal.
And I understand that. Like, choose your audience and go with them. But I think this is one of those things, and we're not like a branding and marketing podcast, but there is something here about don't alienate your entire audience.
Yeah.
And 50% of the population are female, for example.
If you look at so many of these brands, I have never quite understood why people don't utilize women
Yeah.
more. Like when we started that, me and my friend started the This and Yap at my cafe.
Yeah.
And it was like, people feel like nervous marketing to women, like you're going to alienate half the population. It's like, you've been marketing to
that's normal
50%
life,
of the
right?
population for eternity. Imagine putting it in the hands of women, and women are mostly decision makers nowadays. Like, you know, people always say, ask the boss, or ask her, like, oh, what does she want? Like, women make bloody decisions. Just market to them.
Or just market to people. Like, unless you are men's boxers, I honestly don't know why you would.
I'd wear men's boxers.
Well, there
And
we go.
even then, there's a market for it.
Yeah.
If you market to women, there is a market
Yeah,
for
you
it.
can like the bigger ones. You can wear them as shorts.
You hear that, men's boxers? We all want a pair of men's boxers, apparently.
And I actually do believe that if you market to women on social media, must be a fact out there somewhere that says that there's more women on social media than there are men, or they engage with it more, or they buy from it more, or something. I
think
feel
they do if you're
like,
called Built in Pink.
yeah, maybe if you're called Built in Pink, maybe I have a biased audience, but I feel like a lot of the videos I see go viral. It's because I'm the audience.
Yeah,
but
you're the woman.
I just feel like I feel like if you get to the girls on social media, they'll get behind you in a way that men don't.
And this is what I mean. So maybe what I take back is not like, oh, I think all companies should be selling to women. Because I get it. If that's not your primary audience, like, why wouldn't you? Or why would you? But going back to the question, it will just cause people who feel alienated to boycott it. And then you'll get people who kind of rile up against that type of brand. And there are brands of tools that I, to this day, have never bought and probably never will, because I have no... the fact that they're exclusive to men is not something that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
If anything, it's just...
It's the Yorkie effect.
I was literally about to say it.
It's
not for
exclusive to
women.
men. I used to go to... I can't actually remember what it's called now. It's closed down. But the DIY shop where I grew up with my dad, and they'd always have the chocolate bars. And I physically remember when I was about 7, picking up a Yorkie and being like, why is this not for girls? And being like, I want it.
Yeah.
And
I
I
love
didn't
that.
have the pink one.
Not for
I had
girls.
the blue one.
Don't feed the birds. Spend your money on driving lessons.
Yeah.
But
Wouldn't fly nowadays. But...
if it's like a
No.
little thing, if a brand posts on Mother's Day about a Hoover or about
Or they change
a
everything
broom,
pink for that day.
that will give me red flags.
Yeah,
Oh.
I agree. I was like, I thought your guys' phone had gone off. I was like, what have you guys got through?
We're doing, keep doing it until Meg does it. Yay!
Don't be so small-minded about things. If it's Mother's Day and if it's Father's Day and you're like, get your father a tool. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, there's just something about it that's like, we've just moved past that. We're not the 50s.
Yeah.
So I think in the way that they market things,
Yeah.
I will always be looking at brands on Mother's Day to how they put themselves out there. What are they doing a deal on Mother's Day? That's so interesting.
And talking about marketing things, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a review on our Spotify.
Yes, please do. Frank will be very, very pleased if you do this for us. So
And we
thank
will
you.
too be.
It sounds
We will
like
too.
we've got
Yoda.
Frank behind the camera with
Yeah,
like a gun to
he's
our
got
head.
his like
He's there.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like,
It's like, you must get reviews on Spotify, girls, because every time you say it, it's like, Frank will be so pleased with us. Frank will be really happy with us because
we will be allowed to leave as soon as we get some
We will
good
get
reviews.
dinner tonight.
we're allowed out if we get 4 Spotify reviews.
So if you want to feed us, give us a 5-star review.
Yes, please do. All right, shall I do this bit?
It's all
If
about
you
you,
want,
babe.
it's all about
It's
you,
all
baby.
about me. Oh God! Right, next week is my version of the last 2 weeks. So please come back and have a listen, and I'll tell you all about our silly house project and a bit about me if you care. So yeah,
I think we
please.
would all care. I think
Yeah.
this has all been a big build up for your
Yeah, like these were just the sort of the build up, the intro to my episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about me.
Yeah.
We're finally getting there.
Fine. And we're getting close to your birthday. We can celebrate
That's
birthday.
true.
And
yeah.
you're bringing a drink.
I will be bringing a drink.
A
I
beverage.
should hope
A
so.
beveragino. I'm not sure
You have to have a little think about what you
I
want
need
to
to
do.
do.
You
Oh
try
no,
and
of course I
beat-
know. I know exactly what I'm bringing.
Okay.
People who know me guess because you'll know what it is. So yes,
God,
see
I
you
feel
next
bad
week.
Leave it in the comments.
Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.